I used to believe that depression and happiness are polar opposites. I was afraid that if I was depressed, I'd never really be happy, and that if I was happy, then I lied or exaggerated my depression. I'm only now learning that that isn't necessarily true, and I didn't have to make most of the fear based decisions I made regarding my depression. For example, I ghosted my psychiatrist because, like, hey, she was sounding very serious when I had just left school. left school when I just got kicked out of university. I had told him about it, and he was like, no, I really need to come in because, like, this is like a serious life change. And I was just like, yeet, because I really wasn't in the mood to be going to the hospital and getting checkups done and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, this is bad manners. Don't do what I do. I am not a role model. I'm just going to say this right now. I'm just figuring stuff out, and I wasn't in the headspace where even the idea of going to the hospital sounded like a good idea to me. I was just so suspicious. I was like, they can expel you at the hospital. Eh. Don't just jump to like treating yourself. That is not advisable. Go get yourself a diagnosis. Go get yourself some help. It genuinely works. And that's the only reason why I'm able to make videos like this today, is because I did the work. I went there and had strangers tell me what's wrong with my brain, and it helped. It really, really helped. And another disclaimer, my life philosophy is laugh at your pain. But that does not mean that I do not take depression and all other mental illnesses very seriously. It just means that I don't take myself very seriously all the time. And if that isn't how you operate, you might find this video slightly annoying. And that's okay. Please just remember that I'm not joking about your pain. I'm joking about mine, which after everything I've been through, I think I have earned the right to do. So if you are able to get past that, I am very sure that you'll still find this video helpful. You might know, you might not know, I sometimes struggle with depression because I am diagnosed with MDD, major depressive disorder. And what that basically means is that sometimes I get these depressive episodes, and they range from like, honestly, work with a board to like incapacitating. And I've noticed that this year all of this has taken a much lighter note, and that's exactly what I wanted to talk about in this video. Because if you told me last year that I would be such a joyful person, I would have thought that you are a stinking liar sent by the devil to come and trick me into believing things that are not about me. Yeah, but here I am, feeling quite good about life, honestly, feeling quite great about the future, which is a surprise. And I'm starting to understand, after being diagnosed for like a whole 2 years now, that depression and happiness are not mutually exclusive. Like, it is extremely possible to feel one while experiencing the other. And I'm going to tell you everything that I've learned. The first thing that has become extremely important to me in my experience with depression is understanding the difference between when I'm going through a depressive episode and when I'm experiencing a depressive mood. You can experience a depressed mood and not be depressed, technically. Of course, this doesn't affect, like, this is not me trying to say like, oh, hey, you can't sit with us. No, it's more like so that you know how to address it and so that you know when to really get help. Because if you find yourself experiencing a depressed mood and you mistake it for something else, you can cause yourself unnecessary stress. A depressive episode, on the other hand, is a symptom of MDD, and that's basically what happens when you experience a depressed mood for most of the day for more than 2 weeks. And it does happen. I used to think it was like an exaggeration when I was younger. I mean, I remember being like 17 before I had any idea what any of this stuff was, or that it would be affecting me in the very near future. I'd be like, you can't be sad for like 2 weeks straight. You can. Yeah. It is highly, highly doable, highly, highly possible. And that was the story of my life. I've had depressive episodes that lasted as long as several months, like 5 months, and you're just in the trenches, fighting for your life day after day. And that is okay. It's honestly okay. When you learn how to cope with these things and you find the support system and you start to understand more about why these things are happening, it's a game changer. What do you do when you're experiencing depressive episodes? Honestly, this is the time to focus on something. Like, just get yourself a hobby or get yourself a habit. I used to do this thing where there were certain episodes where I really couldn't focus for the life of me. I could not bring myself to read books, to watch TV. Even scrolling on my phone felt like a task. I don't know if anyone else experiences that, but anyway, that was my experience. And so what I did was, when I was feeling sad, I just go sit outside. And that actually helped me. Like, I'd literally just sit outside in the sun. And it didn't matter whether I was sat there for like 3 hours or if I sat there for an hour. It almost always helped. So yeah, you get yourself something to do, you focus on doing that one thing, and you don't stop doing that thing until you can feel yourself getting better. As soon as I knew what exactly the problem was, it just gave me this sort of power to always stand up to the issues. Like before, I'd be in a bad mood and the bad mood would have lasted a couple of weeks and I wouldn't have made any progress on my dancing, for example, and I just sit in that. But now that I know exactly what the matter is, it's like, bro, this isn't going to stand. You get up and move your body. You need to do something because you know your brain is actively trying to get you to not do things. And that's the entire essence of picking up a hobby or developing a habit. You need to convince yourself that you can do things that are just pleasurable, just for the sake of pleasure. And they might heal you. They really might. The next kind of mentality that I think has really rescued me from a lot of just unpleasantness this year is something that the love of my life, they just don't know it yet, but I will marry you. Yeah, they said this to me and it really it really hit home. It's okay to be okay, guys. Listen, when that depressive episode lifts, my first thought is like, okay, when's the next one? And will I be ready? You know what I mean? But you don't have to do all that. You really don't. Like sometimes just allow yourself to sit in happiness. Just, hey, it's fine. It's fine. Like you're not crying. It's okay. And you know, some of you might have made depression your personality. We're not going to judge you. If you stop posting about sadness for 2 days, we'll be happy for you. We're going to say, hey, this babes is doing slightly better. Congratulations. Allow yourself to be happy. And I might even say, exaggerate that happiness. Like really, really get into it. You know what I mean? Journal about how happy you're feeling. Journal about the things that are making you happy. If you can, take videos, record audios. It's so nice to go back during an episode and see, wait a minute, joy is possible. Happiness is possible. I don't have to just, be so sad about everything for the rest of my life. I will be okay sometimes. I also understand that there's a lot of guilt attached to this experience. And I get that. I completely get that. When I catch myself feeling happy, I'm just like, how dare you be smiling right now? It feels bad. I get that. Sometimes I genuinely feel bad because of the fact that I'm not struggling as much as I used to be. Because I don't know, somewhere along the way, I just equated like struggle to realness. It's like, if I'm actually depressed, I should be sad 24/7. And if I'm not sad, I'm a fraud. And then that just, adds to the imposter syndrome of the whole thing. But that is another video. That is a topic for another video. Allow yourself to be happy. When you are happy, enjoy your happiness. If you can, document it. And I think the next thing that has really helped is the fact that I now sort of have a routine. I'm the kind of person who needs structure. I can't just be doing things willy-nilly. That tires me out. That having to think every single day about what I should be doing, I can't manage. Did I mention I also struggle with anxiety? That's why making decisions, I'm just like, I want 0 parts. Actually, don't even consider me for the position of decision maker. I can't do it. But if you have a general outline for what your days are supposed to look like, you might find that even when you don't know what to do with yourself, and even when the idea of doing anything is too difficult, you can just refer to your routine and be like, okay, it's 11-ish. I should eat breakfast, or I should take a shower. You know what I mean? It's not always easy. I'm going to tell you that. And it's not always successful. Sometimes I know what my routine says and I just can't get myself out of bed, or I can't get myself off the couch, or I can't get myself to stop playing The Sims because I'm like, real life is paining. For the most part, a routine really helps. I will say that depression looks very different on a lot of different people. I mean, some people are high functioning. Some people don't even know that they're depressed. They just feel very irritable. For other people, it's like a constant heaviness. For other people, it's they always want to die, just 24/7. How are you doing? Oh, I wish I was dead. It's normal. It's okay. It be like that. So you really just need to figure out what works best for you. And if you do see a psychiatrist, they probably will tell you the same thing as well, or a therapist or whoever. They'll be like, yeah, like you have to sort of, find the formula that works best for you. For some people, it's like working out. Some people's lives have been completely changed just because they started working out and they stopped feeling, such negative emotions. Must be nice. Me waking up makes me want to cry, but I do it anyway because like I'm trying to be. Do you see that muscle popping? Oh, please just pretend you can see my tricep popping right there. That's what I'm trying to be. That's the only reason why I work out. But the point is, just do as many things as possible. Please be curious about the things that are going on inside your brain, even if you decide not to see a specialist, because you might learn a lot. You might learn that the fix is very simple and you've just been keeping yourself from, feeling better, living much better. Because I don't know, you're feeling shy. I be shy sometimes. Like I'm shy to contact my psychiatrist. I don't know. Like I just feel it's my one. Like he'll know that I've been avoiding him because I last talked to him in January. So if you have a similar experience and you have something that has significantly helped you deal with your mental health issues, be it depression or anxiety, I struggle with both, so all the help will be very much welcome. Thank you. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do the needful, the likey, subscribey thingies. Genuinely helps my depression. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.